Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back. I hope you're all well. This is Ragnarok here with part 7 of my Napoleon Italy France campaign. Right, so previously we're just sort of trying to push towards Mantua, which is going to be our base of operations for a little while. However, we do have some small armies that could potentially get behind our lines. There may be a force. I thought there was a force waiting in ambush here in the forest, Venetian force, but maybe not. I don't know. I don't know what happened to them. So I was gonna leave this small force here to help defend, but I think I'm gonna try and get them caught up to Syria. Really would like to get these guys some replenishment this turn, but I think it's probably, yeah, well, we've already used up the movement. Could use the movement exploit potentially to get them back in our own territory to get some replenishment, but I want to try and avoid using the movement bug in this campaign. I've really leaned on it in my Shogun 2 campaign. Alright, so the cavalry, I want to bring them around this way because there's a possibility we might lose Lodi here, and I'm sort of hoping that we might be able to take it back. This is just a small force, so if we've got these 2 cavalry, and then if we recruit some militia to go with them, that we might be able to defeat that force. We would also have the option to send these militia back, as Napoleon has a full stack, well, a very beat up full stack. Just wondering how many turns it's going to take us to get over there. Should be able to get there next turn, potentially. Really want to use this as our base of operation, but I don't know that our cannons are going to be in good enough shape to take that on. Anyway, we'll have to wait and see how it plays out. Government-wise, income next turn is not bad. Still not great. We still probably should be building a few of these up. And we just have to be wary of Piedmont and Sardinia. If they happen to break, they're greedy with us, then we could be in some trouble. But I'm hoping that Syria will have a big enough force and we can send Syria back to deal with that, and Napoleon can keep pushing forward, dealing with the Austrians for now. Anyway, we're gonna end the turn. Alright, so it looks like the Austrians have turned back. That's good, or at least some of them have. Where is this guy gonna go? So I should mention it's gonna be a little bit of a shorter episode again today. Son of a bitch. How did yeah, that they were there. So ambush, are we ambushing them or they're ambushing us? I think we must be ambushing them. Right, yeah, shorter episode. I'm way behind schedule, but I do have a few days off this week, which means I should be able to get caught up on everything more or less and maybe record ahead. So I was actually supposed to work today, but I got my shift covered. I've just been so exhausted lately. I've been working so much that I haven't really had much time for YouTube. So it's gonna be a shorter episode. We may or may not get into any of the philosophy today. Hard to say. Can we actually see them, or doesn't look like it. Well, let's see here. Yeah, so I just want to make the episode a little bit shorter because it'll be quicker for me to get it uploaded for you guys. So the quicker we get it uploaded, the better, I think. So if there is time for the historical background stuff, then I'll definitely put it in there. But if we don't end up having time for it, then we'll kick things off with a little bit of the historical stuff next time. We probably should put some of our troops over on this side so we can get them into some crossfire, but just thinking to leave the cavalry in the trees here for now. They're hidden. And then smash into their lines. See what happens here. Really don't want to fight in the trees, but might have to. Get the militia to engage with them, and then get the cavalry over here to cut into them. Once we've got the militia shooting at them, got them outnumbered here. So if we do lose this, then yeah, be a bit embarrassing, but. Let's just stay back for now. Maybe go for the general's bodyguard. Wanna wait for us, I guess. Almost in range.
Monsieur? Oui, monsieur. Infanterie.
Don't want you to take any shots from them. Try and keep our cavalry intact here. Got our lines crossed a little bit. Send the cavalry after their general bodyguard. The general's down. These guys should break pretty quickly. Alright, might have to turn into these guys here. Let's keep them from shooting. Hard to say how they're doing here, but should be able to take on a general's bodyguard, I think. You guys help out the cavalry. Where did I leave Surrey? Oh, there he is. Might be needed for morale over here.
Restate saldi.
Yeah, I can't see what the fuck is going on in there. Just hope the cavalry is alright.
Glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
Just don't want their general's bodyguard to get away. Don't want them to get away either. Just continue and run the rest of these troops down. I don't think we're going to be able to catch their general's bodyguard, unfortunately. Guys, hold your fire. Yeah, it looks like these guys are going to make their way off the field. Did take quite a bit of damage on the cavalry. Alright, that should be good enough.
Nous avons triomphé.
Alright, so the army didn't survive, so that's good.
Pardon, monsieur?
Our back lines are now protected a little bit, anyway. I think I'm going to take this opportunity to get some stuff built up here. 250 for region wealth. Good. Can afford the merchant house. That'll be helpful. We should be able to get our money back from those investments. Alright, so the question is, we double back, get rid of these guys? Fuck. Yeah. I feel like we've waited too long, that they've built up too big of a force. We'll just deal with the front lines for now. Artillery is still in bad shape. Can get to here. Should we attack it this turn? That's the question.
Monsieur?
This guy. Ahead.
Monsieur?
Trying to decide where I want to send Surrey. To double back and mop this up. I mean, we're not at war with them yet, but I don't trust them, and I don't want to let them sit there and continue building up. Though they'll eventually get to a point where they stop recruiting once they've reached full strength, or at least I think they will. I don't know.
Oui?
Pretty sure. We definitely use those cavalry reinforcements for Napoleon's army. Oh, what we're up against here. That's the thing too. Have you scout ahead a little bit.
En attente de vos ordres.
Yeah, see, there is an army in there as well. Well, I think we... Not a huge army. They are going to have some form of garrison, which I'm not sure how much this stuff provides. I wish you could see what the garrison is. We actually... no. Alright, well, let's go for it. We do have some more troops to bring up. Doesn't look like they're all going to make it. Alright, it's actually not too bad. We're only getting a few additional recruits.
Prêt à recevoir vos ordres? Prêt à recevoir vos ordres?
This guy over here.
Votre humble serviteur. Marchez!
Guys as well. And counterattack wise, that's not too much to worry about, and neither is that. As long as there's not huge force down here, should be okay.
Oui, monsieur. Il se cache sous les jupons des femmes.
Can't demand surrender. We're going to auto-resolve this. This 12-pound foot artillery could be a bit of a problem, though. May actually be a little bit tricky. Because we don't have We don't have a lot of cavalry here, and our artillery is kind of banged up. We're kind of outgunned, and they've got more mobility. We do have numbers, however. At least the artillery is over here at a range. I'm just wondering if these troops on the wall will be able to shoot if we come towards to take down their artillery with our cavalry. Don't see. Okay, they've got their cavalry inside here. So long as their cavalry stays in there, I feel like we should be all right. I think. Oh man, only 12. Yeah, really would like to have more cavalry here. Need to take these down. But aside from that, we do also have to worry about these guns on the walls as well. So it could be a little bit tricky. Oh. I think the best thing to do is to come up to this hill, deploy on the hill here, and just use that. So we'll have to move up. What I'm thinking is maybe we can just leave some units out front to absorb the or to at least draw the fire of the cannons. Just wondering which ones we should do that with. The last thing we want is for them to be shooting at our artillery. I stay in behind. So I'm just trying to organize things so that when we do make the assault on the town, that we have the units with the most unit models, the most soldiers in them to move in first. Move up here, and these two, we're going to use them to go out in front and hopefully draw the fire from the cannons. And I'm going to send our cavalry over to potentially take these cannons down. They're facing the opposite direction, so that's good for us. What about these cannons over here? Also facing the opposite direction. Leave it to the AI to really come up with some very strange tactical decisions. Yeah, they should be able to deploy the cannons on the walls, but fortunately they can't, so end up getting deployed out here where they're undefended. So we'll keep the main force in behind the walls, or in behind this hill here. They should be safe behind here. Lost one of our cavalry in that engagement. I'll have them swing around. I think we'll come all the way around this hill so he doesn't get under fire from the cannons up here. Though I believe they need these guys on the guns to actually man them. So if we can smash down these walls before they come back over here, that'd be great. Ooh, that's not good. Moving to get out of there before you get killed. Got work to do still. Just need to get these guys into position up here. Good to go. You guys are gonna be our sacrificial lambs here. Alright, well, if you move across this way, you can come around and take out those guns as well. Which it looks like they're also pointed, yeah, still pointed in the opposite direction. I'm not sure why the AI decided to point the guns that way, but works for us. And it doesn't look like they're going to change their minds about it either. Which suits us just fine. Yeah, see, they're manning the walls here again. I mean, we could send some troops around this way and then potentially move these troops over, but just try and get these walls down as quickly as possible. Once we get these, the artillery into place. Tired, encouraged. Would like to get these guys a little bit of a rest before we send them over there to take those guns down. Come on, quickly, quickly, quickly. Oh. Move down a little bit. I want them. Don't want any shots getting in on our artillery here. Alright, these guys unlimbered. And start shooting at these walls. Take these walls down as quickly as possible. I don't know how long these two units are going to last here either. Oh man, 6% damage. Gonna take a little while for them to get those walls down. Anyway, you guys have had enough of a rest. Winded. Go deal with those guns. 24%. Yeah, they're still not going to turn around. Alright, we're getting there. Some cracks in there. Alright, looks like we've got one of the walls down. Beauty. Alright, let's start shooting. Start shooting here. Doesn't look like we're gonna get shot at there. You guys finished with this? Alright, beautiful. So that's gonna be it for the cavalry, I think. Well, I'll have them come over here. You can just stay over there for the rest of the battle. He's wearing them down a little bit as well. They don't seem to want to man these guns over here, so that's... If they put a unit here, then these guns would be firing back at us, but... Actually didn't lose as many of these guys as I thought we would. Alright, anyway, as guns shoot at these walls. I'm going to read a little bit more from Alan Schom's biography of Napoleon. So, I'll just read a couple passages here, and then start moving the troops in to go through these breaches. And hopefully, we will have enough guys to... Yeah, we should be okay. Balance of power is quite a bit in our favor. It's a terrible aim, by the way. Facing Napoleon were the combined forces of the Austrian and Piedmontese armies, about 52,000 men. His aim was to sever all communications between the two allied forces, then defeat them one at a time, beginning with the smaller, less formidable Sardinian army, led by the 58-year-old general Baron de Colle-Marchais. The septuagenarian Belgian general J.P. de Billow commanded the Austrian army, including General Colley. When Billow received word of Napoleon's impending invasion, he was much alarmed and quickly set out from his general headquarters at Milan down to Novi, ordering 2 divisions to move north and west to link up with him. The Austrian army was divided into 3 columns. The right wing, under General de Colley, was ordered to defend Stura and Tenero. A center force, under Count de Argenteau, was to cut off the left flank of the French army along the Corniche at Savannah, while Billow himself headed the left wing en route for Voltri. From the outset, however, Billow had problems with greatly dispersed troops, rarely in communication with one another or even with their own headquarters. Nor did the mountainous terrain help matters. Acting quickly, while Napoleon and his main force were still along the Corniche, Argenteau reached Montagnat on April 9th, 1797, catching the French off guard the next day and attacking them unsuccessfully at Montlegino. Meanwhile, the same day, Billow reached Genoa and set off for Voltri, where he attacked a surprised La Harpe, who was forced to retreat to Savannah. Alright, we've just got another section of wall taken down here. Had some... Alright, it's disappeared. These central... it's too bad these central parts, we can't smash them down because they're indestructible. So let's see if we can pick off some of these troops and wear them down, because they will shoot at us as we make our way up here. So just do what we can to try and thin them out a little bit while we make our preparations for assault. As we can start moving some troops up. I mean, there's not going to be a whole lot of strategy to this. Basically just come in through these gaps in the walls and just try and overwhelm them with our numbers. Probably fighting in melee is gonna be the best route, or the best course of action. having a hard time hitting them. The one force that I'm worried about here is the general's bodyguard. These cavalry could be a bit of a problem. A nice shot. I mean, we could bring the guns up and try to aim them in here through these gaps. I'm not sure if they're gonna have line of sight though. Just continue bombarding them. Have one of you shoot at those guys on the opposite side over here. See if we can hit them. Terrible aim. We're up against troops here. Citizenry. Yeah, I think I'm probably just gonna do the attack just because I want to finish this episode up in a decent amount of time. The shorter the episode is, the quicker I can get it uploaded for you guys. So I think we're gonna force this attack here. And just start moving in. Should be able to overwhelm them with numbers. I've already taken some damage. Just can't seem to hit these guys up here. I don't know if these guys are stuck on the walls because the walls are damaged, or if they can still get down. Dude, just hold up. Just wait for the rest of the troops. Alright. You can go in now. These guys up here are going to be a bit of a problem. Alright, let's just hope our numbers will be able to overwhelm them here. Napoleon up, we might need him for leadership support. You guys get into them, keep them from shooting. How are we doing here? Oh shit, you guys get up here too.
Our men are running, sir.
That's not a good sign. So militia are fighting Fusiliers of the line down here, so this is going to be the toughest unit they have. Side here. We're gonna take a lot of casualties this way, but I think once we have this fortress, we'll be able to reorganize the army and use this as our stronghold. Just need to get up here. Might actually need the little bit of cavalry we've got. Alright, that's a good sign. Any of you get in behind here, actually. If you can flank them, that would be great. Alright, you guys line up and shoot at the cavalry if we can. Yeah, it looks like these guys aren't going to come off the walls. I think they're stuck up there. Ah, shoot. I was really hoping we could... they were just going to stand there and be passive. The cavalry are going to be a little bit of a problem. Be a lot tougher to take down than the rest of their troops. Napoleon back in here. You guys could shoot at them, that would be great. Shoot, we're getting shot at these guys now. Definitely taking some casualties. That is extremely important. Damn it. Alright. Let's get Napoleon out of there. Did want to use... Okay, there we go. Great angle here. These Fusiliers of the line are... And the general killed. Okay, good, good, good. Alright, if we come take the victory point here, I don't think we'll have to worry about these guys on the wall. We've got these Fusiliers pinned. You guys come over here and help with this. Okay, yeah, just another minute and a half and we're good. Alright, there we go. Whew.
La victoire est à nous!
700 losses. That's heavy casualties. But I mean, ideally what you want to do is just sit there and bombard them for as long as possible. But I just kind of wanted to get that battle finished quickly. We can merge up a lot of these units, and then that way we can save some income next turn. And then on top of that, I believe we can now have access to artillery. Despite of its mighty walls and staunch defenders, you have managed to seize control of the stronghold at Mantua. As well as allowing us to secure fresh artillery pieces, we have managed to considerably weaken Austria's foothold in the region while strengthening our own. Our Austrian enemies are helpless, faced with the might of your armies, and it will not be long now before we take this war into their homelands. We will peacefully occupy, I think. Looting's kind of tempting, but just peacefully occupy. Alright, so I don't think we're gonna have enough cash to repair this at any point, so probably gonna leave that damage, but these buildings we will be able to repair. As soon as they're repaired, then we can start recruiting some artillery. Damn it to hell, I thought oh. I wonder if we can upgrade this so that we can get the 8-pound guns, because I really prefer the 8-pound guns. I believe we actually...
Monsieur, vos ordres?
Yeah, we were rewarded with an 8-pound artillery.
Monsieur, vos
And
ordres?
also a howitzer. I don't think we're going to keep the howitzer. 200 upkeep, and I just find these are not as effective as the regular artillery pieces. Anyway, we'll sort that out and start reorganizing the army here next turn, as we are kind of now surrounded by enemy forces. At least they're not 7 units there. Additional 3 units. That's 10 units they could potentially muster. 2, 4, 6. Another 6 here. So that's 12 units. If they consolidate those forces, they'll be under quite a bit of pressure. But we'll try and get Surrey over here to help support Napoleon and push into Parma and start moving down this way. That's gonna potentially put us in conflict with the Papal States. I think it's just these 2 settlements here. Anyway, we might want to, our next target, we might want to try and push to Venice to force an armistice with the Venetians. But anyway, I think for now, we just need to get more troops in the field, and I want to get more artillery pieces. Start recruiting a few more of those, and then we can bring cavalry up from back behind our lines here. We can recruit them from here. Take a look at what our income. The next turn income is not great, but if we consolidate, if we merge some of these units, we can get our income up quite a bit, I think. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Episode 8 will be next. Have a great day. Ragnarok signing out.